So many contradictions, so much similarities between the true path of spirituality and the path of deception in spirituality. So of course people are confused. And it is in the midst of this chaotic confusion that, for the last 7 years and counting, I decided no more news on my television, no more social media accounts, no more wild scientific theories about existence, no more religious faith in gods who say we were all born sinners, no more support for politics. I'm not interested in a future that says the only road to immortality is by becoming a synthetic robot. And so I decided to summon the courage and embark on a journey. A journey to comprehend why, despite the countless religions, holistic cults, all the meetings with counselors, visiting a psychiatrist for mental illness or disorders, and all the yoga meditation practices all over the world, and advances in modern medicine and technology, we remain in a constant battle with pain and suffering. This wasn't a leisurely exploration, it was critical and convoluted. A journey fraught formidable thoughts. Does just talking about a problem solve the problem? I didn't want temporary healing anymore. I wanted permanent immunity to all diseases and evil. I wanted to know the root cause of all problems beyond the physical body. I had enough of the limitations of the physical body and the limited knowledge advertised as something superior when it has proven time and time again it is not supreme. I wanted real answers to my questions from the source of all creation. So much vexing emotions flooded me: fatigue, incessant conflicts, and an abundance of unresolved questions. Along the way there were flashes of revelation, moments where I understood how deeply societal norms, cultural contexts, and our milieu shape our beliefs about healing. We've been programmed to perceive healing as pain suppression, reliant on pharmaceuticals to make it disappear. Just because they are systematically qualified, it doesn't mean they know beyond the ordinary. That's all they are, just systematic servants applying a systematic knowledge, an inferior knowledge, might I add. Just because resources are a Google away, or a book away, or a podcast away, it doesn't signify that they are correct. And popularity of practices doesn't equate to its correctness. These revelations led me to realize that this approach is not true authentic healing, but a shallow solution benefiting the seller more than the buyer. A fleeting reprieve that fails to address the root cause. Despite our advances, we are caught in a loop of discomfort and despair, never genuinely healing. The path towards understanding healing is about liberating from the societal limitations. It's about delving deeper into the nature of pain and suffering, finding actual methods to counteract it at its origin. It's about realizing that healing isn't about hiding pain, but about understanding it and tackling it where it originates. This journey was agonizingly challenging, filled with dark thoughts, desperately trying to frighten me, but absolutely worth it. As I delved deeper into my journey, I stumbled upon a prevalent notion: faith-based healing. It seemed to be the go-to solution for many. Faith, a powerful word, an even more powerful emotion, advertised as a force that has the potential to move mountains, a beacon of hope in our darkest hours. But is faith enough to heal? Is it sufficient to trust in the unseen, the unproven, and the untested? The more I pondered, the more I realized that healing based on faith alone was a mirage. A mirage that gives you a powerful emotional feeling of hope, but never truly quenches your thirst. It can be comforting to believe in the healing power of faith. Faith in divine forces, faith in religious practices, faith in spiritual gurus, faith in scientists, faith in the goodwill of others. But faith alone, devoid of understanding and wisdom, can only take you so far. It may provide temporary relief, a momentary escape from suffering. But does it lead to genuine, lasting healing? The answer is a resounding no. Healing is not about blindly following faith, it's about understanding, it's about wisdom. It's about looking beyond the illusion of emotional faith-based healing, seeking comprehension and finding your way to true divine healing. And in this journey, there's no better guide than wisdom. In this journey, I've come to understand that to uncover truth, one must be willing to fight for it, to see it through the lies of the world. I've come to understand that healing is not solely based on faith. Faith manifests differently in various scenarios. In religious or cult context, it signifies blind loyalty, absolute belief, and trust in an unseen force. You're placing your belief in an unseen force, hoping for it to guide you towards healing. But can healing be entirely based on this faith? History might suggest yes, but reality has repeatedly proven no otherwise. Let's consider faith outside religious contexts. Faith in your loved ones, their actions and their personas. You trust them, you believe in them, and hope that they will support you when needed. But can this faith alone lead to true healing? The answer is once again a resounding no. These examples display faith. It from our emotions, aspirations, hopes and fears. They provide us a glimmer of hope when life gets tough. But they lack one crucial component: comprehension. Comprehension is understanding the essence of something. It includes knowledge of why and how things function. It's about wisdom, about gaining insight into life's truths and the universe's mysteries. It is this comprehension, this wisdom that leads to true healing. So, while faith might offer us solace and hope, it isn't enough. Faith is a gamble. It's similar to navigating a ship in a storm without a compass. You might survive, but you're not progressing. Healing is not about blind faith, but about understanding wisdom. It's about transcending emotional faith, seeking comprehension in your divine self, and discovering your path to true healing. And in this journey, wisdom proves to be the most reliable guide. I want you to understand that I know you, even though we've never crossed paths. I comprehend you more than you perceive yourself, far beyond your family and circle of friends. This might seem a bold declaration, however. It is the truth. I see you in your purest form, the real you, not the disguise you display to the world. I recognize the emotions that echo in your heart, the thoughts that manifest in your mind, the realities and deceptions you juggle with. I understand why your true love feels so elusive, so proximate yet so far. You may wonder, how can you possibly understand why I engage in activities like clubbing, random erotic desires and adventures, drinking, smoking, or taking drugs of all kinds? Well, I comprehend the human psychology, the struggle to find meaning in a world that often seems meaningless, cold and calculated. I comprehend your yearning for connection, for acceptance, for authenticity in a world that feels insincere. I see your addiction to social media, the constant search for approval, the fear of missing out. I understand why you idolize technology or other humans, a desperate attempt to fill a void, a longing for something profound, something real, something divinely supreme. I know your thoughts of joy, doubt, fear, aversion and guilt that play in your mind. I comprehend your pain, your struggles, your search for something more. I know your skills and your potential, your insecurities, anxieties, stresses and depressions. I see your triumphs and your setbacks, your sacrifices and your dependencies, your loneliness. I know what it feels like to be misunderstood, to cry out to the world and feel unheard. I know why innocent children might turn into criminals, why honest, loving people become deceivers, cheaters. I comprehend why these thoughts exist, why and how the world can shape us in such ways. I see you for who you truly are, a human being striving to exist in a relentless universe, a universe where it's survival of the fittest, eat to survive or die. I comprehend your struggle to find happiness, to identify purpose, to discover your place in this world. I want you to remember this. You are not alone in your struggles. You are completely understood. Despite what you may think, regardless of what the world may tell you, you are not alone ever. I know that wherever you may be in this vast world, you are not happy. Despite abundant wealth, contentment remains elusive. Isn't that thought-provoking? Everyone wants true contentment, whether in a smile or a victory, but it feels like chasing a desert mirage, always visible yet out of reach. Contentment isn't a target. The truth is, happiness is not as advertised. Happiness is not a journey. Happiness is not a destination. It never was. It isn't about fleeting laughter or momentary relief from pain. Happiness is about realization, self-reflection, and understanding that healing isn't about achieving human perfection. It's about accepting that human life is inherently flawed and renouncing it to embrace your divine self. Acknowledge your human limitations, your pain, your past. Then turn to your divine self for guidance, for superior affirmations. Because your uncreated divine self is the only God that will heed your pleas, your prayers. This is the true, authentic healing journey. Supremely difficult, Acknowledging your imperfections and turning to your higher self for direction is the only way to pure fulfillment. This journey is more than just about seeking contentment. It is about breaking free from the illusion that the human being is a complete creation with free will. The illusion that the human being is to blame for its ignorance. It is about understanding that you are more than just your thoughts, your emotions. Because in your current state, you are bound by the will of the universe creator. In your current state, you're nothing but a psychic, because that's what the physical body is. A psychic field infected and directed by signals known as thoughts. Everything is energy, no matter the form. You're a slave to the creator of the matrix and his anities that direct the thoughts and emotions you experience and shape your current realities. Every human in the universe is linked by the chains of thoughts and emotions. The body is the transmitter and receiver. Every choice is already predetermined, hence why death is inevitable for all creation. It's not your choice, but the illusion is, it's your choice. While you're in this coma state, you're subjected to their sphere of authority. That is the cycle that life in the cosmos follows. It's the frightening and brutal truth that you must engrave deep within your consciousness for the rest of your life. But what if you could liberate yourself from the chains of your thoughts and other people's perceptions and emotions? What if you could take charge of your existence, not emotionally, but in a way transcending the mundane? The reality of emotion and thought is a very cruel trickster. It assures you of your strength, only to shatter you into pieces over and over again. What if there existed a way to heal this cycle, transform it, transmutate it, and put a definitive end to it? What if you held the power to cure all physical and emotional ailments and shield yourself from the visible and invisible malevolent forces at play in the universe? Let's take a step toward the truth. This divine capacity is not an external force you need to seek. It is not something that can be handed to you, nor is it material. It's a latent power that lies within you, waiting for you to acknowledge it. This power is your genuine self, your uncreated divine self. However, this force stays dormant if the shackles of emotions or thoughts aren't shattered. It stays dormant if you're unable to see beyond the barriers of science, religions, technology, all societal norms. It stays dormant if you allow any component of the cosmos to become an object of your idolization. It will stay dormant if you can't release your attachments to materialistic desires. It will stay dormant if you only identify yourself as a physical body and a soul. This is an unsparing truth. Your state of existence will continue to be as it is until your clock runs out. Awakening this dormant power doesn't happen in a day. It will take you years of conscious effort, deep affirmations, and meditation to still your mind and allow the divine self within to reveal itself. For some individuals, this revelation might never take place due to the deep-rooted influence of cultural beliefs and societal norms. They may preach endlessly or propose the creation of technological marvels like time machines and devices capable of visualizing light years away, but no machine can achieve either of these feats. These are just fallacies being fed to you, so you remain obedient to their whims and their materialistic creations as they reap the benefits from your faith in them. No scientist, spiritual guru, or preacher in the world possesses any divine power unless they have awakened their uncreated divine self that is unbound by the constraints of matter, time, thoughts, emotions, body, soul, and its creator. Such an awakened individual has no mortal desires. Now you have insights into the illusionists of history who have been deceiving you to keep you entrapped in consumerism. They sought to keep you a slave to material desires and attachments. They want you to keep pontificating on external forces so you would never discover the divinity within yourself. Now you understand the real of spirituality and the incredible challenge it presents. Now you're aware of the truth behind these claims of miracles in churches, cults, by magicians and spiritual gurus. The only way to realize your uncreated divine self is to renounce the human identity you hold without any doubt or fear and vow never to acknowledge it again. Your divine self will remain dormant if thoughts and emotions aren't conquered. It won't awaken if you can't let go of human desires. All earthly desires act as chains that keep the divine asleep within us. The human body acts as a prison built to imprison the uncreated divine self, slowly draining its power over lifetimes as it can't be killed until it forgets itself completely. The true awakening only happens when a brave warrior declares war against the creator of the Matrix, fighting to liberate themselves. This war is fought and won within. It is not a battle of guns and swords. It is a divine war of divine powers that transpires first in the consciousness before manifesting in the physical world. That is the only way out of the Matrix. Although it may not be the truth you desire to hear today, but it's the truth you need to hear. Which existence is worth struggling for, being a human who is subject to destiny, or awakening to be the uncreated divine self, free from all limitations? Do you think you are capable of doing that? If not, life continues as regular as you're experiencing it now.